welcome back to Let's Play Neverwinter Nights 2 Sarmates. This is Big Los, and we are on a path to get initiated as a warrior in the Iazages tribe, so we have to go around and talk to all these people to get some information before we can go to Shaman Hamytz and I guess get quizzed on it. So I already talked to this woman named Wanda, and she said to go talk to her husband over here on the shoreline. Barismog. Alright, let's have a word then.
Greetings.
Quietly, Karsus, otherwise the fish aren't gonna bite. You should take position upstream. The place is full of fish. I know. However, Wanda would complain that I intentionally moved away in order to not help her in her household chores. That's our customs. The woman must be respected. Wanda is right to be demanding. Sure, but that's none of your business. I'd like to talk about something else. If you pay me a visit, it's likely because you want to interrogate me about our history. Alright, so let's learn a bit about history. What do you know about our origins? The Sarmates are likely coming off of a branch of the ancient Scythians. The Greeks say that the first Sarmates, the Sarmates, were the children of Amazons and Scythian males they had captured. It's a legend. Our female warriors have always made the Greeks fantasize. Has any Amazon nation ever existed? Our history derives from oral tradition. As far as the Scythian Sarmatian tradition goes back in time, no Amazon nation has ever been mentioned. However, there were always Scythian and Sarmatian female warriors. Where does the name Sarmates come from? The name Sarmates comes from, yeah. I get confused sometimes, singular and plural, with the S on the end. According to some shamans from the Greek Sauros, meaning lizard, it's a reference to our scale armor. However, the tradition gives no information. Are we descendants of the Scythians? Scythians and Sarmates are both people of the steppes. Sarmates overwhelmed the Scythians several centuries ago. Were we two different people, or were we one of the main Scythian tribes? The tradition doesn't give a clue. And for you? I don't know. One Sarmatian tribe is still named the Royal Scythians. But is this tribe really Sarmatian? The other tribes are the Iazages, the Urges, the Roxolani, the Surices, and the Aorsi or Alans. Or Alans. Where do the other tribes live? The Roxolani live on the other side of Dacia, near the sea named Pontus Usinus by the Romans. The other tribes live in the steppes further north and further east of the Pontus Usinus. Really far off lands. Pay me a visit? Yeah, we know that. How and why did the Iazages decide to settle in the basin of the Tamza River? The Iazages lived along the Lacus Maeotis, or the Sea of Azov. Then they moved along the shores of the Pontus Usinus, which is the Black Sea. Okay. The Iazages were then allied with the king of Pontus against the Romans. Later, the Romans launched a punitive expedition over the Danube in an attempt to intimidate us. However, the primary enemy of the Romans were the Dacians. So when the Dacian Empire of Berubista began to collapse, the Romans encouraged the Iazages to settle in the Pannonian Plain, in the basin of the river Tamza. It makes sense. We have always had tense relations with the Dacians. Indeed. However, the Iazages refused to help the Romans of Trajan finish off the Dacians of Decebalus after they had defeated them during the siege of Sarmates. I hope I pronounced that right. It's kind of a long word. Why did we refuse? The Iazages were still nomads. They were used to herd They were used to herding their cattle across Dacia every summer to water them along the Black Sea. Had the Romans occupied Dacia, the road would have been cut. And I see why Kati Zinzaeus does not trust the Romans. Yeah, we know that. Do you know the story of the Queen Amaje? Oh, by the way, I learned that the E with that little house over it is like an A sound. I see you've spoken with Wanda. Queen Amaje lived several centuries ago. She ruled as regent for her incapacitated husband. She was very warlike, and once sent a letter to a Scythian prince warning him to stop his incursions on her protectorates in the Taurica, or the Crimea. Since he ignored the warning, Amaje rode with 120 men to Scythia and attacked him, killing his guards, killing his friends and family, and killing the prince himself, by herself, in a sword duel. She allowed his son to live and rule his people on the condition that he obey her edicts. Well, that's going to be interesting. Why is that? According to Wanda, I might be assigned to the same group as the Roxolani Amaje, who is as haughty and as warlike as the queen. She has already killed 3 Dacians. You pay me a visit? Yeah, we know that. What about our relations with the Romans? As you know, the Romans consider us as their clients. However, several conflicts have opposed the Romans to us since they encouraged us to settle around here. About 70 years ago, the Emperor Domitian interrupted a campaign against the Dacians to attack us and the Suebi. Allied with the Roxolani and the Kati, a Suebian tribe, the Iazyges crossed the Danube and invaded the Roman Pannonia. The Dacians engaged on our side. Together we destroyed the Roman legion 21st Rapax. Domitian's death ended the conflict a few years later. Did the Romans accept their defeat? That would know them poorly. I'm guessing that's what that's trying to say. 10 years later, the Emperor Trajan conquered Dacia and reduced it to a Roman province. He sent his general Hadrian in an attempt to subjugate us. When Trajan died, Hadrian took over. The Iazyges stayed independent but agreed to become clients of the Romans. Are the Romans still that powerful? No, their empire becomes so overstretched that they are experiencing more and more difficulties maintaining order. It is said that the Parthians in the east obliged them to mobilize a large part of their forces. The Dacians are taking this opportunity to launch small raids against us again. As the Dacians Amaje has eliminated. Perhaps. Anyways, Hamytz looks concerned. Why? He fears that Kati Zinzaeus gets convinced by the Kati and the Marcomanni, another Suebian tribe, to attack the Roman Pannonia. Has he forgotten that we were warriors? No. However, he is right to not underestimate the power of the Romans. Individually, a Roman legionnaire is not a match for a Sarmatian warrior. But their maneuvering tactics are formidable. I think that's what that is trying to say there. Our Kati will make the right decision it should be make. Who rules the Roman Empire for now? The Romans have got 2 Augusti for now. Marcus Aurelius and his adoptive brother Lucius Verus. Marcus Aurelius, who is said to be fond of philosophy, has considered that he was still too young to rule alone. An amazing choice, since it is said that Lucius Verus is an incompetent debauchee. I think that means debaucherous person. Perhaps better for us. Yeah, I think we've asked everything that we can. I think I know enough about history. Okay, great. Now, there's one more guy that we could talk to, and that would be the Blacksmith. So let's go talk to him over here.
Greetings.
All these other people say similar things.
Greetings.
However, this guy says something different. This is Kalybes.
Well, hello to you.
Hello, Karsus. What can Kalybes the Blacksmith do for you? I'd like to see your weapons and armor. You know well that only the initiated warriors have access to my store. Well, talk about your weapons at least. I manufacture and sell only superior weapons. My beautiful swords, short, long, and two-handed, are famous. Of course, you'll find also Kontos, the heavy spears used by our cataphractori. What about ranged weapons? The famous Scythian composite bows, of course. I've also got strange but powerful ranged weapons. They have been carried by people called the Xiongnu. They live in the Far East. They got the weapons in a country named Qin. The weapons are called Sunga in Greek, crossbows. They use a curious ammunition, a bolt. That's right, the Chinese had crossbows way before the Europeans did. If you ever decide to use them, be warned. I know how to do simple bolts, but not elaborate bolts. I've got some in stock, though. Keep in mind that you might have trouble finding ammunition. Interesting. Anyways, Sarmatian weapons are the best. More than one Roman has learned it the hard way, but the weapons of other people shall not be underestimated. I've got formidable Dacian sikas and falks, Scythian axes, and even Thracian how do you pronounce that? Marcaras, I'm guessing. I also know how to make the Circassian comma. What about armors? Sarmatian armors, of course, range from the lightest to the heaviest. I also make robes for those who choose the path of the spirit or a personal path. And do not forget, should you increase your prestige, I'll make an effort about my prices. I think he means lowering his prices. And prestige is another mechanic in this campaign that they added. Can't wait to see them. And you can't do anything for me, so I was just passing by. Okay. Now we should probably go talk to Shaman Hamytz. This is another area that we can go into later. This hut. It holds the king, the Kati, Zinzaeus. I believe that's how it's pronounced. Now before we go talk to Hamytz, there's a woman over here that we could talk to.
Good business to you.
I've cooked a good soup, which gives strength. See if some remains. So there's a bottle here. And we get a potion of bull strength. Very nice. Also over here is a locked chest, so we're going to unlock it. We got 10 XP for that. We got a couple rings, a necklace, and 30 gold pieces. By the way, we have 40,000 gold pieces to start with. I don't know how we got that much money, or how we're even carrying it, because I'm guessing they don't have paper bills. So that would be pretty heavy. Alright, let's talk to Hamytz.
Hello.
Well, are you ready to answer my questions? I think I'm going to get some more information to camp, but I got all the information I need. Be quick, there are limits to my patience. I am ready, Shaman. Very well, let's begin with a question about the Sarmatian Pantheon. An easy question for a young man. I'm listening. Who is our goddess of love? Well, from the last episode, we learned that that is Argimpasa, who is Aphrodite in Greek. Good. Let's talk about the customs now. I hope that the question won't be too difficult. Among these objects or locations, which contain magical or spiritual energy? Tamga, Draco, Kurgan. All three of those do. Indeed. As the time goes by, the Tamga favors his owner and attracts misfortune on his enemies. The divinity fixed on the Draco's pole leads the warrior toward victory. Finally, inside the Kurgan, the grave contains ritual objects. In case you didn't know, non-native English speakers, if you have an adjective and a noun together, The adjective does not pluralize if the noun pluralizes. Just keep that in mind. Exactly what I was thinking. Let's move to the history of the Sarmates. I hope that it is the last question. So try to answer correctly, will you? The Eozages and the Dacians have destroyed one of Emperor Domitian's legions. Which one? That would be the 21st Rapax. We just learned that. Very good. I am impressed by your knowledge. What now? You have chosen a more personal path. Few of us follow such a path. I respect your choice. The last trial is likely going to be tough. Do not hesitate to accept any help. What about this trial? Talk to Simissee. She will describe it. Agreed. And we get 200 XP for correctly answering his questions. So now we're going to talk to Simissee about our last trial.
Something I can do for you?
What can I do for you, Karsus? Shaman told me to talk to you about the last trial. I see. He is really demanding. I have spotted a bear. He has set up his den in the forest, northwest from here. He is dangerous. The trial is going to be tough. In order to show your value, you have to face him unarmored and carrying simple weapons. Kalybes will tell you where to grab them. Hamytz has said I could get some help. Bring Nasher if you wish. Of course, your prestige will be higher if you go alone. And that's what we want. We want to get our prestige high. I think I'll go alone. You show great courage. May Ares be with you. Would you have a small potion to give me? For what reason? And here is where our bluff is going to come into play. Think. Who would know? Well, agreed. Here's a helpful potion. Thanks, Simissee. Don't forget to talk to Kalybes. Good hunting. On my way. And she gave us a potion of barkskin, which we're probably going to need since we don't have Nasher helping us. So we're going to go back here and talk to Kalybes, or Kalybes. See what he can give us.
Well, hello to you.
Simissee told me you could give me some simple weapons for my last trial. Indeed. What kind of trial is it? Got to kill a bear spotted by Simissee in the forest. And you go alone. That's pretty courageous. Where can I take the weapons? In the chest near the place where the kids train. Assuming you haven't taken them yet, I haven't, and that would be the chest right there. You've got a little something else to give to me. For what reason? And we're gonna bluff again. Who would know you helped me? Yeah, agreed. I don't like the shaman. These sling balls are a bit more worked on than those of the chest. Thanks, Kalybes. Good hunting. You are an Eozage. You can't fail. I'll prove it soon. Alright, so let's go to the chest over here. Now we can get a club or a quarterstaff. So I'm going to take the club. We also take the sling since we got some bullets from Kalybes. Specifically some +1 balls. We'll equip ourselves with that. And put that in the quick keys. Until we get a better weapon. We have some potions, cure light wounds, some more bullets. We can't use the shield. And then we have a minor spike trap kit. That'll give us a little bit of an advantage if we're able to set it, so we'll take it. Let's see if we can get some help from anybody else. There's 2 more people that we have talked to, so let's try to talk to them again and see if we can try to bluff something else out of them. I wouldn't know. No, doesn't look like we can get anything out of her. What about her husband, Rosmag? Or however it's pronounced. Rismag.
Greetings.
Nope. Can't get anything out of him either. And I don't think there's any other hidden treasures. Well, that's weird that those birds are just hanging out there. Okay, so if we want to go for our final trial, we have to go to the forest here. So I'm going to save first, because I only have 7 hit points. So 1 critical hit would do me in. And we all know how often that happens. So let's go to the forest. And if I die in 1 hit, then I'll just load up and try it again. What a winding path. Easy to lose orientation. Okay, so let's go into stealth mode. Now we have a wolf up here. So the first thing that I would like to do is set a trap. And then afterwards, then I'll drink a potion of bark skin. Okay, so we were able to set that trap. The DC was only 5. Let's drink the bark skin. Now the wolf has seen us, so we might as well drink the bull strength. And it looks like it did a little bit of damage to him. Not very much, but now we'll attack.
To the death!
Ouch. 1 more hit will do me in. Will I be able to get him first? No. Oh, we both died at the same time. That sucks. Alright, let's try this again. See, that's what happens when you're level 1 and you have to go do something like that. Oh well. These things happen. You know, you only have 7 hit points. You know, it's really easy to lose them. Alright, we'll try this again. And if it doesn't work this time, then I guess I will just edit the video out until I'm able to succeed. So let's go into stealth mode again. We'll set a trap right in front of us. Alright, then we're going to come over here. We'll drink the bark skin, and then we'll drink the bull strength. Well, it looks like he hasn't spotted us yet, so let's equip ourselves with the sling. Now we're stealthy again. Wait till he gets... Alright, now we'll switch back to the club. Maybe it'll work this time. Oh, stop missing, will you? Alright, so we get 50 XP for killing him. Doesn't look like that he gives any treasure. Now we can't rest yet. We have a plant over here that we can check out. It has some chamomile. We're gonna loot it. So here's a cave that we're gonna go into, and we're gonna find the bear. I should probably save once more, in case we have trouble against this bear. Yes, we're gonna save. Hey, what happened to my buffs? It says I still have them. Oh, there he is.
To the death!
There's Mr. Bear. See, 1 hit and I'm dead. Not acceptable. Alright, we're gonna load. And we're gonna try this again. Alright, let's go into stealth mode. And then we'll try to sneak up on this bear and get a sneak attack. Nope. The bear spotted us. Oh, he killed us again. How long is this gonna take? Alright, let's load once more. I wonder why it's still using the same image as when we left the village. Alright, stealth mode again. Now, can we sneak up on this guy or not? Oh, and I missed. Great. See, one hit and I'm dead. It just... Whoa, autosave, huh? Maybe I should have been using the autosave. Oh well, we're gonna do this eventually. Eventually, we're not gonna miss, and the bear's gonna miss, and then we'll move on. Oh, looks like. All right, one more hit ought to do the bear in, but if he hits us one time, we're dead. Yep, there we go. Not fun. Not cool. You know, you don't really stand a chance against this bear. I mean, what are you supposed to do? I mean, I've got past here before, but just not on camera, so... Come on, you stupid bear. Seems like it saves every time that I move past a certain point. Come on, hit. Make a hit. No! I'm dead now. See, if I miss once, then I die, because the bear will hit me. Even with bark skin. So where is this point that I'm walking past that's triggering the autosave? So if I load in here, it autosaves.
This one's mine.
Can I get... Nope, no sneak attack this time. Stupid bear. We're gonna get this eventually. It'll take some time, but we'll do it. I don't know how many times I'm gonna edit this out, or how many of these attempts I'm gonna edit out. But
To the death!
We're gonna get it eventually. I'm not gonna give up. Alright, got him with a critical hit. I guess I won't edit any of them out. Get 96 XP for that. All it took was one critical hit. It's just the luck of the rolls sometimes. I'm sure many of you know that. So we get an unidentified scroll. Actually, we get two of them. We get a potion, cure light wounds, a ring, and this thing called a damaged Tamza. So we learned about the Tamza in the last episode. And it updates our journal, so let's check it out. You have found a damaged Tamza. Perhaps it is repairable? I don't know. Maybe we'll ask somebody. Anything else in here? No? Okay, let's return to the forest. Oh, wait a minute. We got a corpse over here. Ah, I should have known. What is this? Material. This piece of material may be used to make a bandage. Alright. Okay, there's kit. Bark skin. So we already used a bark skin, so it wouldn't have really helped. Just so you know. Using the material, a bandage might be made. You should consult Simissee. Okay, we will talk to Simissee about it. We'll find out more. Let us return. And we'll go back to Tamza. I think we should first talk to Kalybes about this Tamza.
Well, hello to you.
What can Kalybes do for you? I have a Tamza, however, it is damaged. Can it be repaired? Let me see. It is not a simple Tamza. This one carries the magic. However, the gem it was carrying is destroyed. Find a gem of value, then perhaps... I'll come back if I find one. And you really can't do anything for me because... we still have to talk to Hamytz first to complete the initiation. I guess we'll talk to Simissee now about the bandage and how to make them. And then I guess we'll get our XP for completing this. Why are we going around?
Something I can do for you?
Alright, where does it say that? Can I make a bandage with this piece of material? Yes, if you find a plant with medicinal properties and if you know how to use the alchemist's workbench. What kind of plant? I advise the Roman chamomile. Ah, we got some. Or better, the Queen of Meadows. Put the material and the plant in the workbench. But you or your party must have enough skill. What if I can't make it? Well, my store is at your service. Good to know. What can I do for you? Nothing for now, thanks. So let's try to combine this chamomile with the material. Not enough skill, so we're gonna need to find somebody who has like a craft alchemy skill, I'm guessing. Alright, let's talk to Hamytz.
Hello.
Have you shown your value and killed the bear? He is dead, Shaman. You have achieved your mission with no help. Remarkable. Your prestige among the tribe has increased. Is the initiation over? Yes. Introduce yourself to Kati Zinzais now. He is available under his coal or tent. What is the Kati going to decide about me? He will tell you himself. I presume he is going to assign you to the group of Soslin and the Roxolani. Sounds like you do not appreciate Amache. She is a foreigner. The Kati lets himself be influenced by foreigners too much. What do you mean? A Quadi and a Markomani embassy is expected soon. I think he means mission. I fear that the Kati lets himself be convinced to take part in a war against the Romans. Aren't we warriors above all? Sure. However, Roma is powerful. I'll let you go and see the Kati now. Very well. Okay, so they're calling the city Roma, not Rome, which I guess makes sense. If you don't speak English, then that would be the name that you call it. The actual name is Roma, you know. For some reason, the people who speak English like to change names of cities, you know, like Naples and Seville, Spain, and all that. Anyways, we're going to go into the tent in the next episode, and we're going to talk to Kati Zinzais, who's probably going to assign us to the group with the Roxolani and that other guy, what was his name, Soslin. So, anyways, we'll see what mission he gives us. Find out next time. Big Los signing off. Thanks for watching. See you next time, man. Tango with you.